We haven't released the siren ships at Epsilon and Camelo Pardalis 1A, from what I've figured out. What? I'm supposed to free some ships? One worm. They're alive, you're coming with me. Preferably alive. But I didn't know that they need to free some sirens. Yeah, the game is complicated. Yep. So I guess that is the first step that I should have done to begin with. To free some siren ships from Epsilon and Cabela Paradialis. And that's right in the middle of the Korra and Ur-Quan air. Great. We need to go to a very dangerous territory to get them. But we're ready for it. Actually, I should go back to Seoul and change the ship a little bit. Our good old friend, the umbrella. There. It's a lot of data. The Melnorme will be happy. And I will be happy. Because we can get all the information we need. More data, please. Yeah, you're new. Get over here. You kind of remind me of something, though. Like I've seen a creature like that before. That kind of a creature. In another game, maybe? A logo for a company? Ow, ow. Stop. Snuck ya. Wonder where I've seen something like that before. I'm sure I have. As for what we should call ourselves, how about the lovable muffins, or is that nickname especially for me? It's especially for you. Cannot be used for everybody. It's only for you. Because you are such a lovable muffin. Oh, already done that. Just the muffins then. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if muffins work. I've got it. I know what to call you guys as my community members. It's obvious. The most obvious name that I could have ever chosen for you guys, and it's perfect. Just concentrating on getting all this stuff first. Then I will reveal what I will call you. Because I think it's fitting of this big one here. Or not. Yeah, we're the X-Men, alright. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly. How did you know I'm gonna call you my X-Men? Or maybe Avengers, because you always assemble here. Oh, it's the most obvious name that we could have ever thought of. I mean, why didn't we think of it right away? You're my plushies. All of you. You're plushies. My community of plushies. It makes sense, right? So that's what you will be called from now on in SpiderMwa's community. Everybody's a plushie. I don't think they like me shooting at their brethren. Or just shooting at them in general. I'm just here to pick some pretty flowers that look like satellites. Don't hate me. I taste horrible. So Gabriel is your lovable plush muffin now. Not just lovable muffin, but everybody is a plushie. When you're a community member, you're a plushie. Ah, they ate one. There we go. Now we can get all the gold. In peace. It really is just gold. Well, it's an orc world. An orc world. Suddenly became Tommy Wiseau there for a second. Fed up with this world. Don't touch me, motherfucker. The Room, the best movie in the world. Delicious gold. Yep. Everything's delicious in this game, apparently. And that was the last one, right? Now we've explored all of these planets. So now I can go and call for the Melnorme. Of course, there's a Yehat coming at us. Which I don't mind, because I actually did want to talk to them.
Welcome to you, human friend and ally. The revolution has begun, and clans flock to our cause.
Good. Do you have any ships available to join our fleet?
We are honored to help you, Captain. We shall attach 4 Terminators to your fleet immediately.
4! And they're Terminators. Awesome name. Would you share some information with us?
Of course. What knowledge do you seek?
How were the Shafixtis defeated?
As we abandoned the Shafixti to the oncoming Ur-Quan armada, we watched the situation on our sterile displays of our long-range sensors. Suddenly, the screens flared and went black, burned out. We ran to the windows just in time to see the Shafixti sun burning with incredible light, many orders of magnitude greater than its normal brilliance. 1 million tongues of fusion fire spread through the star system, devastating the inner system's planets, but incinerating all the Ur-Quan vessels. In that moment, the hierarchy's war fleet was reduced by almost 30%.
That's a lot.
We later remembered that not too many years before the appearance of the Ur-Quan, the Shofixti had told us that they had found something. With the pride of a hatchling's first flight, they unveiled their find. It was about the size of a surface transport, but cylindrical and entirely black. Across its surface were 1,000,000 characters scrawled in an alien script. The message was clear. Danger. Do not touch. We trusted the Shofixti to respect the warning and left the device in their possession.
Sounds like it was a
At the end,
bad
when
idea.
the Ur-Quan were approaching their planet, the Shofixti must have realized that they could not win, but at least they could ensure that both sides would lose. They detonated the device in the outer layer of their sun. The sudden removal of a section of the sun's surface layers allowed the pressurized plasma from the interior to burst out like a miniature supernova.
Damn. Can you tell me about your royal family?
The false royals, you should say, Captain.
Oh, yeah.
To understand our relationship with the Veep Queen, you must first learn a bit of our history.
Right.
In the ancient past, we
Time
were
for
little more than a
backstory.
collection of warring clans. That history is bloody, Captain. Hideous. We were barbarous then, aye, murderers all. Many great warlords rose from the hills and forests of our verdant homeworld to unite the clans to become king of all Yehat clans. Each one failed.
Until
It
William
was no
Wallace.
male who finally won the great prize, the high perch of Care Zeep Reap. No, Captain, it was a female. A wise and powerful queen, the first of the Veep Neep dynasty. In exchange for the clan's fealty, she gave a simple, compelling promise. She guaranteed that, united under her wing, the clans would never suffer defeat, and she kept her promise. At long last, there was peace on our world. Her line kept true to this promise for over 20 centuries, suiting ruffled feathers, dispensing justice, stamping out foment. But then came the present queen, a true harridan. Under her rule, the power of the Starship clans was transferred to the sycophantic homeworld dandies, to warlords who hadn't seen true combat. We, the beak and claw of the Yehat Empire, were powerless to influence her decisions. When the Queen showed the true colours of her plumage and allied with the evil Ur-Quan worms, we realized that she would do anything
Well, they
to
do have a
maintain the
little
illusion of upholding her ancestors' promise, even if it meant destroying our honour. Everything that we stand for in the exchange. No, we, the true Yehat clans, seek to pull the false queen from the high perch. Perhaps we will find a new queen someday who will bring together the clans once more. Or, sadly, I fear we may never replace the Veep Neep queens, and we shall fight clan against clan until only the bloody feathers remain.
Sounds like it. A strict, bossy, or belligerent old woman, dragon lady, battle axe, etc. Makes sense. Do you know anything about the Bucks?
The grotesque monsters, they are an effete and bigoted race, unworthy prey with one exception. General Zex. He commanded the entire Vux fleet during the Great War, and even by our high standards of battle skill, he is a genius. The brilliant tactics of Fortress Square and the dynamic triangle are his creations. Without Zex, the Vux would have fallen to our alliance fleets in weeks, but Zex always found a way to turn his own weakness into an advantage. After the war, we learned that the Primate and the Vux High Council decided to move Zex out of the picture and sent him off to luxurious retirement at Alpha Serenkov 1. We have heard that he spends his time pursuing his hobby, though we do not know what more than that.
Oh, if he had this information before, it would have solidified that he wasn't going to kill us anyway, or something like that. That's sufficient information for now.
If you need to know anything more, just ask.
I will. How's the revolution going?
We have claimed the royalist traitors from 5 systems, and even the Veep Creep clan is joining with us against the false queen.
Awesome. Goodbye, brave rebels. Viva la revolution.
Goodbye, human comrade. Fight well.
Feathers are evolved reptile scales, so it is said. Well, you do also know that in recent discoveries that the dinosaurs did have feathers more than scales. Like pterodactyls and other like raptors and such that might have had feathers as well, and not just scales. That they were even more bird-like than we ever thought. I hope that's the Melnorme that appeared.
Look out! Boy, what a close call!
What?
Captain, why did you try to run down that Keel Varese vessel?
What?
You almost smashed it into flinders.
Why?
What? You didn't see it? Surely you...
You forgot that I cannot see them.
Oh, never mind. Now.
He mentioned the Keel of Varese last time and said, and also told us that we have no ability to see them, or catch them, or anything.
What would the 515?
Well, didn't realize we had that many. Alright.
What great idea.
All the information.
How wonderful, Captain.
Zex box. If one's ear weren't sharp, then it gets mighty Zexy rather quickly. It's a box with a U, not an O. Box. Jump's point is that he said the queen sued the ruffled feathers, but they look like they don't have any. But they do. They have around the neck and the base of the wings. They did have a little ring of black feathers on their necks, yeah? In the necks and on the base of the wings, they have feathers there. Curtiments.
Not more than 50 years ago, the Druge were informed by the now extinct Bervixi
And that's the other
race
caster that we
of a
would get.
powerful alien nation called the Utwig. The Utwig, the Bervixis explained, were pleasant, sophisticated creatures, but they were also terminally depressed.
Yep.
And often spoke about ending their
All
lives
the time.
by activating a super weapon, some kind of gigantic bomb, which they had found on one of their worlds. Zeta Hyades 6b, I think it was. The Druge recognized the description of the bomb as a precursor planetary tool, which indeed was an explosive device of unrivaled power, and they set out to make it their own.
So like Darkstar.
Though the revolting, criminal, insidious Druge rarely leave their sphere of influence, it encompasses Algol, Almagas, and the Persei stars.
Yep.
They made a special trip on this occasion to the Aquarii constellation, where they made contact with the Utwig. There is a device commonly known as the Ur-Quan.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
Is it now in your possession?
Not yet.
I see. The Druge sold this device to the Utwig, explaining that it was a precursor personal magnifier, which would enrich the lives of their entire culture in too many ways to describe specifically.
Well, they used
The
masks.
Utwig, I am sorry to say, fell for the Druge's foul ruse and snapped up the Ur-Quan immediately.
Yep.
Fortunately for us all, the Utwig did not pay the Druge's requested price, the super bomb, and instead gave them a collection of historical oddments and genuine artifacts, which to this day the Druge are trying to unload on unwary buyers.
Yeah, those are two items you can actually buy from Druge that do they do absolutely freaking nothing. And he said the vault-based system, right? No, Hyades. Where is the Hyades system? Because that item that he mentioned and the place that you can get it from actually is the place where we need to go to get it from. Hello? Ah, it's right close to the Udwig. Okay. Alien races.
The Berbixies race evolved on the planet Arcturus 1.
Like I said, that's the other caster that
Party
we
now activated.
Benevolent manner until the Korra came and destroyed them during the course of 2 or 3
Hey, JJ.
unfortunate days. The Druge were largely responsible for the Korra finding the Berbixies.
Of course.
You see, the Berbixies were in long-distance hyperwave contact.
Like I said, that would be the other hyperwave caster that we would get.
For decades, the Geg and the Berbixies traded much valuable information until the Geg came under attack by an invading race who you may know as the Korra. The Geg warned the Berbixies that the Korra located races by their hyperwave transmissions and that they had already discovered the radiations from the Druge.
And we have such a device.
Berbixies were kind enough to warn the Druge that a hostile alien race was homing in on their hyperwave radiations. The Druge shut down all their transmitters and erected a powerful hyperwave beacon on the surface of the Berbixies moon. The Korra changed course, attacked the poor Berbixies, and sadly destroyed them all.
Well, if we went to Arcturus, we would get the we could have get the hyperwave caster from there instead of trying to get the Umga caster that you get from the Spathi when they closed their home world and left the surprise on their moon. So that would have been the other way of getting a hyperwave caster. I don't see where the frick this Arcturus is. Would have been a long way for us to get that if we didn't get it from the Spathi. Because I can't see the Arcturus anywhere. I must be blind. No, there it is. Yeah, it's on the other side of the freaking galaxy compared to Sol. I miss games like this with its low-res animation. It's a lost art. But there's a lot of new today's retro games. Or retro-styled games that have low-res animations. Because it's all pixel. I mean, take a look at Shovel Knight. That's a good example. Alien races, please.
The Spradash are an arrogant, stubborn, and thick-skinned species who reside in the Draconis and Acadus star systems.
We need to go meet them too.
They have little or no respect for anything but force, which they admire greatly.
And they destroyed the Ilrath.
To make the Spradash your friends, you should consider killing most, but not all of them. In addition, they guard some kind of sacred relic at the star system Zeta Draconis.
Yep.
Though we do not know the true nature of this artifact.
I do.
The Spradash homeworld is at Delta Draconis.
But don't go to the homeworld to destroy their ships because that won't count. You have to destroy them outside of the home planet. Of the whole world. And you have to kill about 15 or 20 before they become an ally and they will give you a Spradash ship.
After the war, the Chenjesku and the Melnorme chose to be slave-shielded on Chenjesu's homeworld at Procyon.
And we need to get there.
We suspect that they are melding their two species to form some kind of new hybrid race.
But they need our help.
Race which may well be powerful enough to destroy the Ur-Quan single-handedly.
They're gonna be handy.
However, by our calculations, this process will take many decades, if not centuries.
It would.
Should you wish to talk to them, we recommend you invest in a hyperwave broadcasting
Got it already.
system, which is powerful enough to penetrate the shield around their world.
Well, how do you think I contacted you? This game is gonna take a long time, isn't it? We're halfway through the game. So the answer is yes. I mean, I already talked about this earlier, and we're halfway through the game. There's still so much to do! The Thredash, the Druge, the Ultron for the Utwig, we haven't even met the Subbox or the Zuckfuck, and then also the Burnamer and the Genjutsu. Yep, there's still a lot to do. I suspected as much that it will take 2 weeks. Kind of, yeah. Next week we're gonna be continuing this and so on. I might do a stream actually tomorrow because I bought the whole quintuple package of all the Jackbox party packs. So I think I'm gonna do a stream tomorrow and we're gonna play a little bit Jackbox games together. Should be fun. Because we haven't had a so-called community game night in a while. Just you guys and me playing games together. I mean, the last time when we did that was Cards Against Humanity on Tabletop Simulator. We should play that again at some point, Tabletop Simulator, but some other game on it. But since I got the Jackbox party packs, why not try them? Should be fun. More alien races, please.
The Mycon
There
are
we go.
using this time, while the Ur-Quan have their attention elsewhere, to expand their sphere of influence as fast as possible. The Mycon colonize planets by launching tough spore pods from orbit and injecting them under the planet's surface. Months later, after the spores have grown hundreds of thick, fibrous tendrils
Got the info.
under the planet's crust, the tendrils suddenly thrust up out of the planet and create huge calderas. Not incidentally, filling the planet's atmosphere with the Mycon's preferred gases, clouds of superheated steam and sulfuric acid.
So now that we got the data of the race, maybe we should ask about the current events, because I'm sure the Melnorme might know about the Cyrene captives.
The Utwig, who live in the aquarium, they accidentally brought consequence. They will probably be wished to gain as if it have find some. Our information indicates that you could find these items in 3 different places. A rosy sphere at the Druge trade world.
Yep.
An aqua helix somewhere in Thredash space. And a clear spindle, which is currently in the possession of the Peacock.
Yes.
Captain, that was the last current event we have for sale.
Alright. Alien races?
Following the end of the war, the Androsynth began experimenting with interdimensional fatigue, a process which is related to your faster-than-light drive, but involves dimensions far more alien than hyperspace.
Was he space then?
They had just made a major breakthrough when they were suddenly wiped out by a race called the Ors,
Good night, Totos.
who appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Actually, we don't know what the Ors did to the Androsynth. They're just all gone.
Huh. Well, now we know that the Ors are kind of behind the disappearance of Androsynth. And like I said, don't ask them about the Androsynth, because they will become a hostile and you will lose them as an ally forever. They really, really, really don't want you to ask about it. Alien races?
The Arilulale are a mysterious race of IDF beings. IDF, they do not reside in this. While it is true.
Yep. Alien race?
Just under 20 years by exploding.
Yep. No need to ask about these because we already know him, but I want us to get through all the alien races anyway.
The Slylandro.
Yeah, done it.
And the cowardly Spat.
Yeah, done it.
You whizzed.
Huffy, Muffy, Gruffy. Yep, got that from Swiffle. We're gonna be spending all our credits on this.
Like you Earthlings, when the war with the Ur-Quan was lost,
Cyrene?
the Cyrene chose to be slave-shielded.
Maybe you will tell us about...
The world is at Beetlejuice. The Cyrene starbase is crewed by the starship commanders and crew who were decommissioned at the end of the war. Though the Cyrene hate the Ur-Quan with a vengeance, they are unlikely to offer you assistance unless you reveal to them the truth behind the tragedy of their original homeworld, Syra, which was destroyed by the birth of a Mycon Deep child a century ago.
Now we have it. We have all the info, we have the evidence. Now we can go to the Cyrene again and tell them the truth. Finally.
When the Ur-Quan entered Gamma Serpentis, the home star, their queen, they decided
Yeah, done it. Ah, that was the last one. Alright. Let's get one more historical information.
This is the last historical item.
We got all the
we have
info
for
from them.
sale.
Yay!
The civil war between the Green Ur-Quan, the followers of Kazertza, and their opponents, the death-dealing Korra, lasted for decades. It is likely that they would have annihilated each other were it not for a chance discovery by Kazertza, a precursor battleship. The vessel was huge, many times the size of the Ur-Quan's vessels.
Is that what I have right now?
The precursor ship sliced through the Korra forces in days. The Korra were defeated. However, in their victory, the Kazertza were humble. They realized that there was a chance, but they were wrong, and the Korra were right. Instead of destroying the Korra, the Kazertza let them go,
Oh, there's your mistake.
directing them to make their way through the stars, traveling against the spin of the galaxy. The Kazertza would travel in the opposite direction, and when the two Ur-Quan forces met, they would fight again in ritual combat, with the precursor battleship given to the winner.
Huh.
Captain, this is happening here and now.
Alright.
The Kazertza, the Ur-Quan who enslaved Earth, are fighting their ritual battle against the Korra in a large area centered near the Craterus constellation.
Yeah, huge area.
If the Korra win this battle, Captain, the Kazertza will stand aside and let them kill us all.
Yep, that's the bad ending of the
We
game.
believe it is your destiny to prevent this from happening.
That's what I'm trying to do.
We regret to say that you have exhausted our supply of genuinely valuable information.
That's okay. I got all the info I needed.
We do have many thousands of useless facts, and that we will gladly sell you at a substantial discount. Are you interested?
No.
We thought not.
Especially if you're gonna sell it at a high price. I'm gonna buy some fuel.
How much fuel do you wish to purchase?
I'm gonna use all of my credits.
Fuel transfer. Fuel. How much
Done by.
you need credit to earn? And
Goodbye, Trade Master.
it has been.
So the next time I need the Melnorme, that would be for fuel. Because we have all the information now. We don't need the Melnorme for nothing else but fuel. Okay, so I think I'm gonna head for Seoul first. Let's head home first. To unload all the stuff we have, because I need to also make some edits on our battleship. Replace some stuff on it. Because having 4 Hellbore cannons is a bit too much. So I'm gonna change the tail and the side cannons to something else. Won't be harvesting many data burgers anymore then. None. Unless I feel like it. If we find a planet that has a lot of good resources but also life forms, we're gonna get the life forms as well. So at least we will have credits for fuel.
Hello, Captain.
Oh.
More fuel for the fire.
8,000, huh? Damn. So let's outfit this thing after fueling up first. So what I need to do first is I'm going to take that away, take that away. Maybe I should put on just nothing but the Shiva furnaces. I'm gonna have only one fuel cell to save up space. Because 110 is enough because we now have the quasi portal. So I can put up another Shiva furnace. Actually, no, let's change that one. We're gonna take away the furnace. Tracking system. We don't really need anything in the tail as well, so maybe another either another tracking system or a Shiva furnace. I mean, already our combat energy is 10.9, which is amazing. Tracking system will help, so we can shoot. The Hellbore cannons will go directly at the enemy as we shoot them. How many crew do you really need? 150. Trust me. We need this 150 that we have. It is for a specific reason why we have them. It's good that we have also the Jihad. They're really good ships. The Jihad, actually the Jihad is the one, their Terminator is the one that has the shield. We're gonna activate the shield for a couple of seconds. It drains up the battery really fast, but they are invulnerable to enemy fire at that time. The Jihad are actually really good against the Mycon because of this. You just put on the shield, you go through their weaponry and just go blast them. And also the weaponry has the best sound effect ever. It's like a dual machine gun shooting. But I'm not sure if I need 4 of them. I mean, we're gonna go meet the Thradash and the Druge, and we're gonna get them to be allies to us, not to mention the suit box. So I'm gonna get rid of at least 2 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna keep 2 of them. So if I remember correctly, the Thradash will give us their blueprint for the ship. But I'm not sure what about the Druge, what they will do. How well we'll get their ship. At least we have a plan. Yeah, we can be allies with the Druge, yep. But we do need to converse with the Druge because they have an item that we need. And also I still need to meet with the Umga as well. I've forgotten about them. So should we go for the Genjesu? I'll go for the Genjesu and Melnorme right now. Well, let's go talk to them. So manifest devices, close portal. And we need to get there, which is right there. This one. I presume you won't be running the fuel scan then. The what now? I'm not even sure what this fuel scam is that you mentioned.